This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, Secret Treasure Land. Mark Starosciak, going to town on these videos. I put this one together for you if you're thinking about going down and poking around this area. Battery Lancaster. Okay, yeah, this is where I'm planting my flag. And I know you're probably up in GGP. I'm going to give you a very graceful way to get out of there. And I think you should. A variety of reasons why. I know why you're there because you see the outline. Okay, I'm not there. Okay, so I will put together and give you a graceful exit strategy for that. Okay, so this is my site, Battery Lancaster. By the way, this look and feel matches Von Briesen Park exactly. Okay, that's part of the reason I like this area. But the other thing that sold me these spires, like can't find a better match for the painting than these things. They're kind of organic, but they're clearly man-made, and they have the same shape, almost like a hand. And there's four of them. Okay, and then by the way, when you're looking through these, you see this portico way off in the distance, up on another, clearly a hill. So when I'm walking around on Google and I'm looking at different things, I look up and I see this, like I'm sold. I'm sorry, I'm sold. And if you can find a better visual fit. And by the way, the verse and everything, I can get you down here. I can. It kind of makes sense. You follow the shoreline. Okay, you start at the ferry arch, you end at the arch. This one. So we debate that merits of that. But I've got a lot of things that tell me like this is should be a high probability site. It is for me, very high. Uh, my look is exactly the same in New York, so I like that. I solved them independently. So anyway, so I'm looking through. I see everything in the painting from my site. And before I see that, and I'm at a battery and all that. So I'm putting this video together for the serious people. I'm not out to debate this. If you like this area, this idea, and you're thinking about going down there, okay, I'm putting this together to save you some time. And I've done a lot of legwork already. So I want to be a part of this. And maybe it's on the solve side, not on the dig side. Right, so this is what you're up against, folks. Look at this. These are native plants that were replanted back in 2012, and I know that because there's signs down here, and I'll show you those that say this area's being replanted, and it was from 2012. So they didn't even clean it up, and this whole area, it's kind of in disrepair, honestly. I don't know what's going on. You guys pay 13-14% state tax, but this is a national park, so I don't know. It's like kind of in disrepair, sadly. But this area, I'm to triangulate and try to figure out where's the best spot down here that the box could be. Like this is it. Okay, so I want to ask you, you can't even probe this. I think someone has tried to do that, and you can't get down for it. There's roots. There used to be these big trees down here, and they took them all out, and then they let it regrow, and then they took it out again, and so this has been. And then this trail here. This was used to be a dirt trail, and I'm going to post all these old pictures that I have so you can look at it yourself. So there's some major trail work right here, right where the box, close to where the box should be. Now, the fortunate thing about this area is very elevated. It's like at least 10 feet up, which, by the way, the painting implies that, right? When it shows this big shadow underneath the pearl. So that's another reason I like this, because it should be elevated. I think. And it's not like a foot off the ground, it's like 10. So walk this in Google and you will see. And by the way, the shape of the trail here, I think it's been maintained. I think it's pretty close to where I think it is. It matches like the neckline because the neckline isn't exactly proportional. Kind of it straightens out. And so does this when you invert it. Anyway, I'm not going to debate that. If you like this spot, we can talk about that till the cows come home. I'm happy to walk you through why this area, direct message me or let's get on the phone or something or a call, whatever. I'm happy to do that for you. Just make sure you invite me to the ceremony, okay, when you find the box. This is what we're up against, folks. Good luck. Good luck to you. trying to get through this. It's just, I think it's a very tall order. This is what you're dealing with there. Okay. This was remnants of the old fence. Now, was this fence there before Byron or after? I don't know. You got to look at all these old photos and try to figure that out. Maybe like in the course of putting this fence in, they came across it and threw it away. Some guy's got it in his garage somewhere. I don't know. But the point is, there's been a lot of work done here. I'm going to show you another one. Looks like there was a wooden fence down here. So like, I mean, this looks pretty old. So it was metal or part metal, and I don't know. I really don't know. But just know this area right here has been really worked over. And there's the sign. I'll show you that. Okay. Here's a sign. I'm very confident in this. These signs have been just sitting in this dirt for 11 or 12 years. It's sad. What are they doing down here? We're like my tax dollars, federal tax dollars. We can't have someone down here cleaning this area up. I'm glad they didn't, because now I have certainty around the fact that this was replanted 11 or 12 years ago. And then look at this, right? Here's that post. You can't probe this, let alone dig it. At the time to dig this spot would have been 2011 or 12 when they like probably bulldozed it. I'm like, did they go down very far? I don't know. When they were putting these trails in, what? I don't know. There's been so much work done. So I think this one, like, here's the surveying stake, I think, that they were using. So this is right up in the dig spot. Like, how deep did they go? And I don't know. There's so many unknowns about this one. All right. So I'm just warning you ahead of time what you're up against here. So this looks across from the general area here, and like, how much of this trail changed? And this is my highest probability area down here. Okay. Now there is a shot, there is a chance. I will tell you, this trail I think has been there a long time and nothing has grown over us. This is my, like, if there's one chance in Battery Lancaster, it's sitting right here. Okay. This is probable. I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you that. When you start getting off of that into this stuff, forget it. Okay, if it happens to be over here, which I think it could. If you watch my video and I overlay the picture on top of this area, it puts it like down in the corner, back where I was, not up here. But maybe that's wrong. I don't know. So this is available, folks, and if you want to go after it, contact me, and I will give you all the advice I give you. So here's somebody was probing this area. Okay, and so this trail, it looks like, I'm going to show you another picture where you can get down as far as you would need to. And then over here, once you get off this trail, gnarly, baby. It's roots, rocks. I thought it would be really sandy in here, and it's actually not. Anyway, so this, like, the sewer, that's been there a long, long time. Anyway, this is, I think, our only hope, Obi-Wan. Right, there's the state. So here's the look of up this trail, and there was a fence here. It looks like they're trying to keep people from going down here, but there's a rope now. You can go down here. But they clearly had it blocked off. Look at this. Okay, what if it's just over here? You really think you can't probe this, let alone dig it? And this was all replanted up 10 or 12 years ago. I think the window down here, unless and until it's reworked again, which I can't imagine they're going to anytime soon, it would have been 10 or 12 years ago. So the window's gone for the most part. But this is not. This is available. So if I'm nearby, but this is like, this area is available 24/7. I think there's nothing in here. There's no like fees. It's an open trails in that. Okay. Now I will tell you, there are park rangers that roll through here. How often? I don't know. They're on bikes. I don't know if they're on foot. They're not in cars, but these guys are rolling through here. So you're in a national park. I'll let you decide how much risk you want to take in going after this. But just know, I don't think it's a heavy presence, but there is a presence. So how are you going to handle that? Oh. So this is the view. You can see how far the probe goes. Somebody was probing. They went down pretty far. And this might be like a 42-inch probe. So you can do the math. That's far enough down. Once you go off of this, the further you get away from it, the harder it gets. Over here, same thing. But you've got a little window in here. Maybe this was the trail. Like if you notice from the painting, it looks like it's on a trail where there's like bushes and stuff. I don't know. I'm going to post you all the old pictures. It's changed so much. And this major work on the map. So I'll leave that up to you. This is the which I wouldn't waste any time except right in here. Okay, I think that's all. This is the portico. Like this is that construction 129. I think it's a really good fit. Now, if you go up there, it doesn't look like what he represents. So I think there's a dual meaning there. I think he's representing the arch over the fort, and it's very Mason-like. The fort was known as a incredible display or example of masonry. And by the way, Fort Point and Battery Weed look exactly the same. They're like post pictures out there. I haven't yet. You can't get really into Battery Weed because the bad guys have been in there and destroyed it. You can in Fort Point, fortunately. It's beautiful. It's incredible. Go down there and see this stuff. All right. So that's what I have for you today. If you want to get down there and you want some advice on Battery Lancaster, be in touch. I'm glad to help out. Just invite me to the ceremony and find it, okay? All right. Have a great one.